Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Gameweek 14 of the Premier League is here, and I'm going to predict it. Yes, that's right, but before we start, make sure to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. It will help the channel. It will do us a huge favour, and it will help the channel growth massively, as you can see in bold letters there. Moving on, we have Brentford versus Luton as our first game. Brentford off the back of a 1-0 defeat at home to the Arsenal. It was a tough game. They probably could have scored 1 or 2, maybe even 3. But on the other hand, Luton with a historic Premier League victory over Crystal Palace. And what a game it was. What a day it was for Luton and their fans. They must be loving it. And rightly so. They did so well to win that game. Luton in 17th, Brentford in 11th. There's a 7-point gap between the two. I think Brentford are going to go on and win this 2-1 though. Arsenal versus Wolves. This could be a Premier League classic. Arsenal, as mentioned, coming back off a 1-0 victory over Brentford. Kai Havertz, that man there, clicking into form. But not only in the Premier League, in the Champions League as well. Arsenal dominated Lens. Brilliant. And Mikel Arteta, what a job he's done at Arsenal. And it's just evident. They're top of the Premier League. They're top of their Champions League group as well. But over to Wolves, they're in 12th on 15 points, and I think if you're a Premier League neutral, unless you're a Fulham fan pretty much, or unless you just don't like Wolves, everyone has to admit that Wolves got robbed again by VAR, and it's just getting ridiculous. It's always Wolves, isn't it? Gary O'Neill's finally turned, and I don't blame him. But honestly, this is going to be a Premier League classic. I can just feel it in my bones. I think Wolves are going to win this 3-2 at the Emirates. Yes, shocking result, I know. Burnley host Sheffield United. Both sides have promoted to come up to the come up to the Premier League from the Championship. And are Burnley Premier League level or not? Is Kompany the right man or not? Questions around Burnley, and rightly so. They threw away a 1-goal lead to lose 2-1 in the dying stages of the game. But moving over to Sheffield United, it wasn't a convincing performance at home at all. But Bournemouth just wiped them away, and yeah, it's a shame, really. Here's the standings. Burnley 20th place on 4 points. Sheffield United 18th place on 5. Here's their past 5 head-to-head records as well. I'm gonna go for a Burnley 4-2 win though. I think it'll be a convincing win. I was about to say Langer then. Forest versus Everton then. Forest coming back off their 3-2 defeat at home to Brighton. Brighton were just the better side in that game. I didn't watch the game. I've just seen the highlights, so I'm just, making an educated guess on what happened there. Everton conceding probably one of the greatest goals in Premier League history. Absolutely blown away. They did have the chances though, but I think Everton will win this game 2-1 despite their troubles. Manchester United's trip to St James's Park is going to be very interesting. Midweek though, let's talk about it. Newcastle robbed by VAR in the Champions League, who don't usually get it wrong, which is why it's which is why it's making the headlines. Mbappe equalising for PSG there. But on the other hand, Man United drawing 3-3 with Galatasaray. And I don't think Man United played bad at all. I thought they were, at moments, most of the game they were better. They were the better side, but individual errors from Andre Onana is what cost them the game, in my opinion. And I guess I share that opinion with other United fans. Key players then for Newcastle, we have Anthony Gordon there and Alexander Isak. They could be pivotal if both fit, which they probably will be. Alejandro Garnacho is on the form of his life. He's just incredible, isn't he? Wow. What a young lad. What a player he could become. But moving over to the captain, Bruno Fernandes. I think he's so instrumental in that Manchester United team. I mean, if you're a Manchester United fan and you want to get rid of him as a captain, what is wrong with you? He's such a good role model. And the last outing for Newcastle in the Premier League was obviously that emphatic 4-1 victory over Chelsea. Chelsea again struggling. We'll talk about that in part 2. And obviously Man United thrashing Everton 3-2 to the good. There's a 1 point difference. Newcastle in 7th, Man United in 6th. Newcastle on 23 points, Man United on 24. But I think Newcastle will come away with a 3-1 victory. Okay, that's it for my Premier League predictions well, this is part 1 actually for the Saturday games, and I'll do one for the Sunday games as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.